Namaskar, welcome to Astro Answer Vedic Academy. Today's topic, the sign of Scorpio, part 2. As in the last video, we talked about the transformation wherever the sign of Scorpio goes. We talked about the character of Alauddin Khilji in the Bollywood film. So in today's part, we shall understand the core qualities of the sign of Scorpio and how this particular quality impacts multiple other zodiacs, multiple other lagna. Before I move to this particular part, that is the magnetic energy of Scorpio, you have to understand the other significant traits this particular sign holds in them. So what is this magnetic quality? What do you call about this? For example, wherever the sign of Scorpio sits, it attracts the opposite house towards that sign. You would notice wherever Scorpio is sitting in the horoscope, in the exactly opposite house, there is the 7th from the sign of Scorpio, it's always Taurus. And wherever the Taurus is situated, we talk about this particular house. So Scorpio always attracts Taurus as a magnetic nature. So for any ascendant of zodiac, wherever the sign of Scorpio goes, it attracts the opposite house towards that. This might sound confusing to you. So let us have an example. For an example, your sign of Scorpio fell in the 4th house. So sign of Taurus should be in the 10th house. Automatically it becomes a chart of Leo Ascendant. So you see, always any Leo people, they can easily attract someone's profession. Wherever a Leo people go, and they can easily adopt your profession because the Scorpio sign is magnetically attracting your profession. 10th house. Never make a mistake to take a Leo friend to your home, because you will attract your entire family. Your family members won't even listen to you, but will listen to him, because 10th house is your father's family. He easily attracts it. So wherever the sign of Scorpio goes, it attracts the opposite house. So this makes a very interesting question, that what about the Taurus Ascendant people? Like if you got a Taurus in the Lagan, the sign of Scorpio falls into the 7th house. What does they attract about it? Or the vice versa. If the sign of Scorpio is in the Lagan, if you are a Scorpio rising, your Taurus sign falls into the 7th house, then what do you attract? So many mistakes with that this particular sign will attract someone's spouse. It is not always correct, but yes, in some cases you would notice, okay, this is happening actually, because whenever extramarital are listed, the sign of Taurus, because Shukra, the sign of Libra, 7th house, these are involved. So it's in many cases you would observe that Scorpio rising is always compared with someone else's spouse, because the Scorpions attracts the 7th house of somebody else. So if you are a Scorpio rising, then you will be compared with many one's spouses. Get ready for that, and this might give you so many misunderstandings in your friend circles and all. This will happen. For the Scorpion people, this is very stagnant, that the more you will grow up in life, the more you will lose your friends. As the sign of Scorpio, whenever is in your Lagna, you get the sign of Capricorn in your 3rd house, that is your social circle. So obviously when Saturn's sign of Capricorn is in your 3rd house, you lose your friends. You will be much more work oriented. You would say, I have to do this. You will set your certain goals. You will take your works to your home. And the more fun-loving person you have been in your young age, the more boring person you would become with your increasing age. There's a problem with the sign of Scorpio. You see, Scorpio only works at that time when you stop trying for that. All the things will come to you that time when you completely stopped being obsessed about that. Whatever you are obsessed about in the sign of Scorpio, it's not going to come to you. It will keep giving you trouble. Once you leave it, okay, I don't need it any longer, let it be. You will see, okay, this particular thing is reaching to you. That's the nature of Ketu. निचोड़ देता है आपको पूरी तरह से, और जब वो चीज आपके पास आता है, you don't find the importance of that. This is what Ketu is. That's why we say Ketu gives you detachment, because you try for this particular thing so long, so hard in your life, and you all the time you get a denial. No, it's not for you. It's not for that. No, it's not the perfect time. And once finally it reaches to you, it comes to you, you say, okay, what will I do with it now? It's okay, I got it, fine. So this is the form of detachment, and the same thing you see in a sign of Scorpio, wherever it goes, wherever the sign goes. For example, Taurus people get the sign of Scorpio in the 7th house. Soon after marriage, life takes a huge transformation, and in many cases you see Taurus people, when they get married now, they're like, okay, it's done, हो गई शादी, ठीक है, responsibility है, करना है. But that excitement dies. It's like you have got a responsibility to fulfill and you will do it, because you have been doing so much in your life. You were always in a requirement to get a partner who will be standing by you whenever you need it, but you fought your travel, you fought your life by yourself. So when that person is coming to your life, you already conquered all these things, you already know how to deal with it. So that need is no longer there, wherefore you are obsessed to get married, but that excitement is no longer here. The picture doesn't end here. After marriage, life takes a 360-degree transformation. You fall financially, you fall socially, but not for a permanent change, obviously. Whatever the transformation Scorpio gives you, it's for the betterment, a better version of you. But yeah, this actually ends the entire chapter. After that, whenever you become successful, whenever you get certain things in your life, that very chapter is no longer to you. It's gone, it's done, it's lost. That incompleteness is always there in Scorpio. And that's why I say, whenever I see a Scorpio rising people, or whoever is having a strong Scorpio in the chart, I always say live the life. Because one thing you will see in the Scorpion nature, okay, let's hold for today, let's do some adjustment, we'll do it tomorrow. Trust me that tomorrow never comes in your life. You keep on living your dreams, goals, ambition, thinking of today, thinking of adjusting of your family or whatsoever, and sacrificing your own dreams. It's 8th house, you understand this. This is house of travels. It won't come to you. That tomorrow will never come. And whenever you will have that tomorrow, the enjoyment won't be there. So live it today. Maybe you won't be able to do it on that grand level, but yes, you will be able to do it in a very shorter way, maybe in a very medium manner. Maybe your Scorpio, wherever the sign goes, it gives you average. It will never give you the best. So do it and live your dreams. If you have a dream of getting a customized home for you, but you are not being able to do it, whatever you are getting, take it, live it today. Because once you will make that castle for you now, there is no use of having that. Even after having that, you won't have that oath to enjoy it. Because for those person you wanted to create it, you will say that those persons are no longer with you. Those persons are not enjoying, not celebrating your success. So you lose this particular thing. The same goes wherever the sign of Scorpio goes, not only for the rising. For example, you take a Leo Ascendant. A Leo gets the sign of Scorpio in the 4th house. So you see the Leo people are much more comfortable in driving a smaller car. Whatever home they want for them, these are very cozy, short, not a royal palace type. They wanted a very cozy one, short one, small one, averagely good looking. But you see, whenever he is having a big car, say his dream car or his dream home, dream house, he made it in the sign of Scorpio in the 4th house. I'm talking about a Leo Ascendant. He made it, but there's no use of making that because he's having that alone. For whom he wanted to create it, they are not with them, they are not with him. That celebration he wanted to have, to share that happiness, those persons are no longer with them. So this is what I'm saying. Wherever the sign of Scorpio goes in your chart, enjoy the fullest today about that particular house. If it is in the 6th house, go do the job. If it is in the 7th house, marry that woman you love, marry that man you love. Don't think of the society. It will bring trouble. You have to live it. You have to live with it. You can't help. If it is in the 9th house, go for the long travel you wanted to. That road journey you wanted to go for. Go ahead. If it is in the 10th house, you wanted to start your own startup, do it. Don't wait for your 10 to 5. Don't wait for that, okay, I will have a sufficient amount and then I will invest and I will start. That tomorrow is no longer going to come. So I request for the people, take action today, because Scorpio is a sign of procrastination. It will always give you procrastination. Okay, I'll do it. And whenever you are trying to do it with soul-heartedly, you will see that nature is not helping you out. So you always need an extra effort to win in Scorpio. But there's a sign of occult. So respect your gut feelings. So whatever your gut feelings is saying, respect it. The problem of Scorpio with, they're truly underconfident. They think, okay, I cannot be that true. No, it's not possible. I cannot do this. They're having these big ambitions, dreams, and always a mindset in there. No, I cannot do that. That's not my cup of tea. They can do it. They're brilliant. I'm not. See, whenever Shah Rukh Khan stopped doing that procrastination, and he started living today, he became Shah Rukh Khan. He's a Scorpio too. And if you see those big personalities who are having the Scorpio ascendants, they stopped thinking, okay, I cannot do this. You see his songs, you see his initial days movies, he always talked about the big ambitions. Main ban jaun sabse bada. All these things, whatever he did, it's always about, I have to reach in this position. And he started doing that day, that today. And that brings success in Scorpio. It's a sign which can give you everything because it's a sign of occult. So use that. It's a magnetic sign. Wherever that sign goes, you attract the opposite house. So it has a magnetic energy into it. What you need is to use it, to live there peacefully, not in your mind, in the practical world. That's where Scorpio gives you everything. So Scorpio people always a bit shorter or average in height. Every time. Average in color. You see any celebrity or Scorpio. Average in height. A bit shorter. Wherever the sign of Scorpio goes, you do shorter things there. You do smaller things there. Every time. This sign represents all the insects. Kira, patang. So whenever we talk about infectious disease, it's Scorpio. It brings infection in every way. This can be biological, this can be financial, this can be economical, this can be social. It brings you the infection. Live with Scorpion peoples, you become antisocial. You won't like the society any longer. Because they have a different POV of looking at the life. Scorpions remember little most things, especially the insults. If you are insulted in Scorpio, you will remember it till the time you are dead. And you will work for it. Your life is dead from that day. You only live to take revenge. And that revenge is way more dangerous than Cancer and Sagittarius. So when Scorpio comes into revenge mode, it's a killing one. Because they will dunk you from the tail. They won't tell you upfront what they are going to do. They'll attack from the behind and you will never expect, okay, there I can be attacked. Because they'll figure out what's happening. Scorpions have a inbuilt lie detection machine in them. You cannot really speak or tell a lie to them. in front of their eyes. They will easily detect it. And this works wherever the sign of Scorpio goes. About this, for example, say you are a Libra ascendant, so you got Scorpio in the second house. So no one can speak a family lie to you or about a family. Whenever someone will lie you about the family, your own family or their family, you will easily detect it. Okay, something is wrong there. It's not correct. It's not the 100% correct thing. The Scorpion nature. The peak Scorpion nature is, you will always, if you know Scorpion people, they're like, whenever it's a pressure going on, whenever they irritate it, one line you will always learn: I'm going to leave everything and run away. A punchline for Scorpio. If anyone is saying this in front of you, you are 100% sure, 80 to 90% cases, it's turned to be a Scorpio rising or Scorpio moon sign. Whenever they feel nothing is going correct, they say, okay, I'm running away. I don't need anything else. I'll leave everything and I'll go out. This is Scorpion punchline. Because it's a sign of fear. Where there is Scorpio, there's a fear. Fear of losing. That's why you'd see Leo people are always having weird dream of making home. And they take loan maximum cases to make a home, and this is a sardat for them. It's a headache. When I'll clear the loan? It's a fear. They have a fear, okay, what if I won't be able to pay the loan? And this may disrupt my comfort of home, because it's the fourth house, peace. So, whenever you talk about this particular sign talks about fear. You have peculiar fear about this particular sign whenever it's posited. It's peculiar, completely peculiar. You cannot explain why it's happening. For example, if you have a 6th house Scorpio Mars, doctors won't able to figure out or diagnose what exact problems you are having. Because it's disguised. You never know what's happening over there. It's a completely mysterious sign. Saturn in Scorpio in 10th house. You won't be able to explain your job, what exactly you do. And many Scorpio rising you see, they won't be able to exactly say what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. They are in a good position of a job. They do multiple stuffs, but if you ask what you do, I don't know. I cannot explain what I do actually. Problem with Scorpions. Can't help. And the punchline of the Scorpions, this is one of the biggest technique I'm revealing here. Scorpio shows your mother's womb. So from your Scorpion sign in the chart, one can predict what exactly your mother was doing when you were at her womb. So if you got a moon in the Scorpio, that means your mother were emotionally distressed during her pregnancy. If you got Saturn over there, she needed to do a lots of hard work over there. If you got Rahu in Scorpio, she had to travel a lot during her pregnancy days. If you got Jupiter, she used to read many, spiritual books, or used to see spiritual serials. So whatever planet are there in the sign of Scorpio, your mother was doing exactly that particular thing during her pregnancy when you were at her womb. You can use the other planet significations over there and can make stunning predictions out of it. This is how Scorpion things work. This is how this particular sign work. You can take any specific combination to give stunning predictions. Like this is a sign of problem. Okay, wherever the sign of Scorpio goes, for any particular rising, for any particular sign, you will have problem in this particular house. For example, Cancer Ascendant, Scorpio falls in the 5th house. So ask any Cancer people, they'll always have problem with their kids education, during pregnancy, during the birth of the child. There's a huge headache, always a story. They have always got a problem in the mind. Okay, this is certain things I need to do for my kid, or something related to that, always. So there's a trick to be used. For this Cancer Ascendant, Scorpio fell in the 5th house. That's why Cancer people are having a problem with the children. So now whenever the sign of Cancer will sit in your chart, that particular relative of yours represented by that house will have a problem of children. For example, for Taurus Ascendant, the sign of Cancer falls in the third house. So for the Taurus people, you will see the sibling or the cousin of the Taurus will always have a problem with the kids. That's how the sign works. For Sagittarius Ascendant, you see any Sagittarius Ascendant, make a prediction, your father will always have a property problem or would have a property problem. Why so? Because for Sagittarius Ascendant, the Scorpio falls into the 12th house, which is 4th house away from the 9th house. So 9th house is your father, 4th house is property, and the sign of Scorpio is the 4th house away in the 12th house, which is a sign of problems, losses. So prediction is for any Sagittarius Ascendant, the father will always have a problem of property. This is a method, technique of the blank chart prediction. So use these predictions, use these techniques to predict many stunning things about a Scorpion's life. There are so many other techniques which you can use in the Bhavad Bhavatam, blank chart predictions with planets and make unique predictions out of it. So let me know if you want to know many other techniques of Scorpions, or if you want me to use those techniques in other zodiacs in the comment box. And we'll have another part of this particular series of the sign of Scorpio to talk about the pending karma, the past life, how the sign of Scorpio helps you to predict about the past life. Till then, keep enjoying astrology.